So finally we are starting with the main thing of capital gain. What does capital gain means? Just we are not calculating the rate of tax that we have to pay. We just do not calculate it applying the rate of tax on the capital gain and pay the tax. It's not that. There is many more things that capital gain can do. In capital gain that we can do. So let's start with, see, there are how many sections? Section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I assure you, you'll all understand this section and you'll remember this section at the end of this session. And if you ask any of your friends who is an IPCC and ask any of them tell me section 54B, they'll not be able to tell, but you'll be able to tell in a jiffy. So let's start. What does section 54 says? Section 54 says, wait, I'll turn the page. Section 54, what does section 54 says? You have a capital asset. You have a capital asset that is residential house property. See, property is residential house property. You sold the property. You sold the property. So property might have been bought at some date, assuming the date of 1/10/2006 for rupees 5 lakhs. Sold on 1/4/2016 for 25 lakhs. So is this the capital asset a long-term capital asset? Yes, it is a long-term capital asset, since the period of holding is as good as 10 years. It has crossed the basic limit of 3 years, so it is a long-term capital gain. So long-term capital asset, so long-term capital gain will be charged. How it will be charged? Full value of consideration. The full value of consideration will be this, 25 lakhs less transfer value nil. So we get net consideration that comes to 25 lakhs. Then we deduct. In long-term capital gain, we do index cost of acquisition or cost of acquisition. I hope you all are seeing index cost of acquisition. ICOA less index cost of improvement. Since we are not having any information, but we are assuming index cost of acquisition to be in today's date be 15 lakhs. It is just assumed, it is a hypothetical example, and in index cost of improvement is nothing, 0. So we get finally capital gain, long-term capital gain as 10 lakh. So you have to pay tax on this at the rate of 20% flat rate. Do you agree or not? I hope you all agree. So to get an exemption from paying tax from this, there is this section known as section 54. When you can get the exemption? If you sold residential house property for the purpose of purchasing a new residential house property. Is this possible? There are many individuals in Mumbai and many families that are having one house only. They just shift from one place to another. First they get 1 BHK, after that they earn more and buy 2 BHK. They are not capable of holding both the houses, so they sell one and switch to another. In that case, if they'll start paying 20% on this, they'll have to pay tax more. Their primary job will not be changing the place for big place to get a big place, but the primary job will be paying tax. Just they'll get capital gain and they have to pay tax. So to get exemption from paying tax, there is this section 54. There are many sections like section 54B, section 54EC, section 54F, section 54G, section 64GA. So just chill. These all are not at all tough. This is all very simple. You will understand it logically. If your residential house property for the purpose of purchase, if you sold residential house property for the purpose of purchasing a new residential house property, then if it is 10 lakhs, and you have got a long-term capital gain of this much, and you are purchasing a house property for say you say for rupees 30 lakhs. Okay, 30 lakhs. So this amount will be utilized for this purpose, 30 lakhs, and you have not to pay this tax. See how it will be. After this, I'll carry it down. Long term capital gain 10 lakhs less section 54. Since we are purchasing a new residential house property within the period of 1 year, I'm assuming the house property is purchased within a period of 1 year, because if they have switched from one house to another, they have purchased it either earlier or either after. So what are the section about, what is the specific section about this, I'll teach you, but you understand the story first. Long term capital gain section, then it is for 30 lakhs, so you can get 10 lakhs as a deduction. You don't need to pay tax on this, and your long term capital gain comes to 0. So this is what is taught. See, this is an hypothetical example I have just taught you. The main sum will come in the practice manager and you have to solve it. It is not possible for me to teach each and every sum. If you have any problem in a specific sum, just put it in the comment. I'll read the sum, I'll make a video for it, and I upload it. But such sums should be the sums that are very difficult. It shouldn't be the thing that comes very easy. See, SSC. The SSC should be individual or an HUF. Asset transfer should be residential house property. Period of holding of such asset should be long-term capital asset more than 3 years. That's why I have already made the format and kept for y'all to directly teach. I'm not doing time pass to draw lines and write all now. New asset purchase. The new asset purchase should be the residential house property only. Exemption. Gross long-term capital gain. This will be gross long-term capital gain, and afterward this will become long-term capital gain, net long-term capital gain. Gross long-term capital gain will be gross long-term capital gain or amount investment. In our example, gross long-term capital gain was rupees 10 lakhs, and amount invested, pardon for my handwriting, was 30 lakhs. So whichever will be lower will be taken as an exemption. So whichever is low, I hope you all are saying 10 lakhs. So 10 lakhs. So 10 lakhs will be available as a deduction. But when you can't sell the property in first year and you purchase after 5 years and you say, like, give me the clear, you can't do that. For that time period to avail such exemption is given over here. 1 year before transfer date in case of purchase. If you have already purchased a capital asset, like before selling the house, you have gone to see the estate and you saw the flat and you liked the flat and you paid the token for it and you buy the flat. And after getting the flat in possession, you redecorated it. It took you 6 months, and after 6 months you sold the property and you moved into this new flat. So before 1 year, that means 1 year before the sales, you can be able to take exemption. If this property was bought for 30 lakhs and the old property we have earned 10 lakhs capital gain, such would be exempted over here. Are you understanding, or you want me to repeat it again? If you have any problem, please put it in the comment. Many people are putting it in the comment and I'm solving over there. So I am explaining it once again. If you have purchased a property before the sale of property, simply you have purchased the property before the sale of property, because if you will sell the property today, then you have to immediately search today only the next property to go and stay in there. So that's why this exemption is given before 1 year. Before 1 year of sale. Before 1 year of sale can, in case of purchase. 2 years after transfer date. 2 years after transfer. What does transfer date means? The date of sales. Within 2 years in case of construction. If you have constructed a house, the construction is taking a long time, say 2 years, then taking 2 years, 2 or more. If it is taking 2 years, then the exemption can be available only for 2 years. Within 3 years only if purchased. After selling, you have the time period of just 3 years to purchase the new property. Are you getting me? Just 3 years. Within 3 years, you have to purchase the property to get this deduction. If in the first year, if you have not purchased the property, so you can't say you will not be charged long-term capital gain at the rate of 20%. You can just transfer this 10 lakhs amount in unutilized amount that is transferred to capital gain deposit scheme account, that is CGDS account. Just transfer in this account, and when you want to buy the flat or you have to invest in the residential house property, uncash the amount from this account and purchase it. It is as simple as that. I want you all to make columns like this. Please make this many columns, and please pause the video and copy. I hope you have copied down. Same. I hope you have copied. I'll explain you once again what does this section 654 says. The SSC who is selling the residential house property should be an individual and an HUF, and the asset sold by him should be the residential house property only, and such residential house property should be a long-term capital asset. That means the period of holding this capital asset should be more than 3 years, and after selling of such house property, the new asset purchase should be the residential house property only. And the exemption will be available in this manner: gross long-term capital gain or amount investment, whichever is lower, will be the amount deducted from gross long-term capital gain, and whatever amount comes down, you have to pay capital gain on it. If it comes, if it doesn't come, you have not to pay it. Usually people don't have to pay it because they buy something new. Time limit to avail such exemption is given here: 1 year before transfer date in case of purchase. That means you have to purchase the residential house property before 1 year of the sales, then only you can avail such exemption, or after 3 years. That means after 3 years from the date of sales, within 3 years you have to purchase a residential house property to get this exemption. Otherwise you have to transfer in this account, and you can purchase later when you are willing to purchase, when you are capable of purchasing a new house property, or within 2 years from the date of sales in case of construction of a house property. Unutilized amount should be transferred to this. But if the above things are not followed, there is a violation note. That note will be come in the end of the lectures when all these sections are completed. See how many 6 sections are there. First section is done. I hope you all have copied. End of the video is over. Next section will be on section 54B.